Did you know the success rate is 68% from 50 to 75 yards and only 63% from pitch shots from 75 to 100? So as you can see from this data, golfers across all ability levels nearly miss the green as many times as they hit the green inside 100 yards. And that's costing you so many shots. Whether you can't reach most of the par threes in two, whether we're laying up on par fives, you're wasting shots. So I'm going to tell you what strategy you have to use to outsmart greenkeepers. And why I say greenkeepers is they're the ones that choose where the flag goes. So what strategy do you have to use for a back flag, middle flag and front flag? Because the club selection, even from the same yardage, changes.
How many yards are we here?
So that flag is right slap bang in the middle. That's 82 yards, right?
That's weird because from this distance it looks like it's closer.
I know, I had to go and check before that it was actually in the middle. But we're going to start with if you had a back flag. So if we had a back flag, let's do this here, this being our green, this being our flag, I want you to think about, let's grab another colour, let's say we're hitting from here. I want you to think about, here we go, another colour. I want you to think about the journey of the ball on the green. And I want you to be landing that ball towards the front, letting it skid and roll. So, in order to allow that to happen, when you've got a back flag, I want you to be thinking about a lower trajectory pitch shot. One that's going to be going in lower to the ground and rolling more up to the flag. So don't forget, this whole shot right here is 82 yards. So if we look at that there, that journey, that's probably, let's say, 60 as an example, if this is our starting point, and then we're rolling up. I'm not trying to land this all the way up here at 75, 79 yards and trying to stop it on a dime.
So you're not meaning literally, you're just basically saying that you want it to be, you want it to have more time on the green.
Exactly, yeah. So the rule of thumb is back flag, so let's say back flag, low trajectory, more on the green.
Nobody can probably read that.
Yeah, well, I can.
So we're talking about this as well. What would club golfers typically do then? So
typically do is probably this, right? So we'll go 82 yards and think, right, I've got to land this right at the flag, 82 yards on the nose. We might hit it a little hard. It goes big, game over, double bogey. Or we're choosing a club that's got a really high trajectory. We underhit it, then we either hit it on the fringe and it stays there, or we missed the green completely.
Yeah, because if I was to land it there and there was a slight bound, that's it. I could go boom off. Whereas here, it just roll and
exactly
nice easy putt.
And I think go back to the percentages at the start. We said basically, on average, golfers miss the green as much as they hit it, right? If we choose a lower trajectory, I slightly underhit it, I'm still going to get part way up the green. If I overhit it, I'm going to get the back of the green just because I'm trying to land it towards that front portion. So to a back flag, I want to land it front portion of the green with a low trajectory shot. You need to take this opportunity. I cannot tell you. Think how many shots you're missing out on. So club-wise, I'm thinking here 82 yards, lower trajectory. Bear in mind I carry a 50, a 54 and a 58. So much more time on the green. Even if I underhit that by 5 yards, it'll hit the slope. I'm thinking pitch and wedge is my game. So let's play this one. Look at this lower trajectory for back flag shots. Look at that, lower trajectory, back flag shots, skid and roll up. So much more time on the green. Even if I underhit that by 5 yards, it'll hit the slope, still roll on the green. If I'm trying to land it and, it's just not good. Two, I will stress this, to a back flag. Right, let's go back to the whiteboard. We've got to do front flag now, actually.
This is also going to affect what club you select then.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's everything about this, 100%.
Someone like Josh, for example, that was coming up to a shot like this.
You like to dig Josh out, don't you?
He was a 9 handicap.
Yeah.
I'd say that he would typically select a 54 or 58.
Yeah, and probably try to land it right next to the flag. Might pull it off sometimes, but maybe catch it fat and thin and all sorts because of it. Not giving him the best chance of getting it close, percentage-wise. So let's now go front flag. Again, this shot's measuring from where we're playing 82 yards. If we tried to use pitching wedge and land at 82, we're scooting over the back. We now need a higher shot with a steeper angle of descent because we've not got enough green to work with. Now this is where the psyche changes, and you've got to outsmart greenkeepers. They want you to take this flag on, and with that, they'll probably a bunker here, and you're bringing in the bunker into play. So we now need to choose a more lofted club, higher shot, and I would choose my number as the flag, or actually even make this 85. I'm trying to hit it. I'm trying to hit it 3 or 4 yards past it. I'm trying to hit it into the heart of the green, even with a wedge. Don't be sort of drawn into that. That's what they want you to do. So on that note, 85, let's say, I'm going to say probably my 54 now. Look at the trajectory differences here. It's going to stop quicker. It's going to go in higher. Going to be a lot steeper on its angle of descent because it's gone up and here. Which, if I do get the number right, and I slightly hit it from my 85, it's going to stop on a dime, and it's going to end up close. This is what the pros do. They just don't tell you they do that. They play to the percentages. They're playing a little bit past that flag. They don't want to end up being short to a front one. So let's play this, right? Let's play this. Have a look at this shot. Ball more middle of the stance. I would say weight a bit more 50-50 on this shot. Look at the flight. Front flag. That would allow me to access the flag and play to the percentages past it. And this is going to give me, one, an opportunity of hitting more greens, two, an actual opportunity of making that three-pointer, which is what we want to do to lower our scores. That's how we do it. Play smart, choose the right club, get the right strategy. Now, the final part of this is when the flag is in the middle. And this sort of goes without saying, really, but let's remind you.
You just mentioned stance then, because you said it's more in the middle.
Yeah.
So what would it have been on the first one?
More towards the back, and I've had a little bit more forward shaft lean. So I guess that's how I sort of played that last one, and that's how I played the first one, and with different clubs. Right, okay, so let's go 82 yards again, but middle flag, 82. Now, because this is 82 yards and a middle flag, we've got pretty much anything we want to do with this, within reason. I would still now take a little bit, a leaf out of the book of the first shot we played. Lower, more on the green. We only want to play the higher, steeper angle of descent when that flag's in the front portion, okay? When it's here. We want to be thinking now, okay, this is 82. Can I land this 70, 75 and let it run a little bit? So I'd be thinking now, split that gap, probably 50° for me. And let me know what wedges you carry on that point, because it will change depending on what wedges you carry, but the strategy and the ideas won't be. So let's remind you, back flag, lower, more running. Front flag, higher, less running. I would say this style here, in terms of on the green, we want it 50% covering the front bit of the green and 50% rolling out. If we looked at it as a green percentage, okay? Not the shot from the here to there. If you had a bird's eye view of the green, 50% in the air, 50% roll out. That's how I think about this shot. And for me to achieve that, I'm using my 50° or your gap wedge. More that middle pitch height with that 50°. That's a strategy to outsmart greenkeepers. Thank you so much for watching.